So yeah, so that's that part. So the reason, you know, you were talking about using the whole herbs and stuff, but can you imagine, like this is old man's beard. Very, very strong antibiotic activity, okay? Now, you have to be a little bit careful. Anthony will tell you that there's more than one variety, one species of usnea, right? But it's very fluffy. And Anthony picked this off of, I guess that tree went down in the back trail. Yeah. And of course it was growing together with other lichens. And so he cleaned it all up, and I've got a bunch of this, but if you try to take this would, you know how much alcohol that would take to extract that? But if you powder that down into that fine powder, one, you've increased surface area. Two, you're going to get a lot more into a jar like this, like one of these mason jars, and that's what you want. You want to be able to get as much as you can. If this were powdered, it would probably be about down here, right? But this is whole herb. So now what I have to do is I'm going to have to press this, get some more Siberian ginseng, powder it, and then extract it again in order for it to be strong enough to use for what the purpose is, right? So this is where you do get more out and you don't waste as much. Now, the tincture press, I have tried to use it with oils. It does okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It works pretty good. But you'll notice that when you press it out, there's always going to be a little bit of water. And that's the part you have to watch out for, because the water is always the culprit when it comes to things rotting, right? So if you're making, for instance, especially St. John's wort oil, and they're coming up soon. I saw mine in the yard. They're starting to pop up. But when you make this, the way that I do it is I just take the jar out with me out into the field. You too, yeah. You can take it out and I just hold it. And then I pick the flowers and I put them right in here. And then I do a fresh extraction. I tried drying them because the concern with water, but it does not work. Some reason, I think the little resin glandules that are on the flower, when it dries, I think they fall off or something. I don't know what happens.
You can't get it red.
No,
it dries out.
It won't do it. No, because those little resin glands go. All right. So you just take the fresh flower, put it in there, and because it's a delicate flower, you don't have to grind it. It kind of lays down on its own. It's pretty thin. The petals are small. So I go ahead and fill that up with extra virgin olive oil and then cap it and just kind of, you know, give a little swirl here and there, and you'll be waiting for the magic to happen. So don't use, it's so cool, don't use a colored glass if you want to see the magic, because the magic is really cool. I like watching the color change happen. Yeah. This here, the calendula, same idea. Oh wait, the water on the bottom, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? You can just decant it off. Okay, that's probably the simplest thing to do. You will lose a little bit. If you want to dry it, you can, but it takes a chemical process, and it's costly, and it's not like a harmful chemical. You're just going to put in some sodium sulfate, anhydrous sodium sulfate, which you can order online, but it's expensive. It's like $30 for 500 grams or something. It's, yeah, and you'd have to put it in, and what it does, it goes to the bottom and it absorbs all the water that's in there. But then I oftentimes wondered, does any of the sodium or the sulfate get left in there? I don't bother with it. I just decant it off.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and then not worry about it. Yeah. So same with the calendula. These I grow every year in my, I have a garden at home, And then, did you guys smell these?
Yes.
Did you? You want to smell these? You've probably grown these, Amy. Yep.
That's beautiful.
Amy I just remembered something. I remember the tincture press. The first time I met Luke, he came down to the market, and he says to me, he says, "Oh, could I borrow your?" He says, "You have a tincture press?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Could I borrow it?" And I was like, "I'm not loaning you my tincture press." I felt a little bit possessive about it, like, no. But I thought, okay, yeah. So I loaned it to him. Of course, he used it and pressed all his tinctures and brought it back to me. So, and of course, we became good friends after that. But yeah, they're. Yeah, I mean, you could even borrow somebody's tincture press or buy one and share it between people if you get a hydraulic one, because those are nice, I guess. Yeah, some people like them because you don't have to do that, that grinding and all of that. And of course, the oil that you use to keep this, because you'll want to wash this, you want to oil that with a food grade oil.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Sure, of course.
Is that smaller than how round the cup is?
The bottom? No.
No. Is it the same size as the cup?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It goes straight down. It's a straight-sided. You see that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the ball on the bottom of the. Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Just the bottom of it. The screw is just flat, and then it's got that. It looks like a hockey puck in there, and that pushes down on the herbal material. Yeah.
It was smaller somehow, so I was like, were you moving the pie matter around to make sure it gets under the thing? But it's the same.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It is. It's the same size. So yeah, there's your basic tincture making. But there's also other ways that you can use the plants that you collect, and I think you've talked about it, like get some rose petals and take a bath, right? Put your roses in there. Roses are beautiful in the bath. You don't have to be a woman to enjoy them. They're beautiful. It's a beautiful experience just to be in the tub with, petals floating around and just relax. There's something calming to have that connection to the plants that you've gone out and collected. So yes, by all means, try that.
Have your incense going, your candle going, your music going.
Yeah.
Oh my.
There's a formula for a very relaxing evening or afternoon. Yeah. No, that's one of my favorite Saturday afternoon activities is a nice bath. Do you have any questions? I think that was, yes.
Do you ever add any glycerin in your alcohol tinctures to get some of the aromatic compounds from the plant?
No.
Repeat the question.
Oh, the question, do you add glycerin to your alcohol to capture the aromatic compounds that are in there? No, I haven't done that.
Like
No.
flowers like yarrow and different things. You might get some more of the medicine out by making a blend of different
That's an interesting way to do things, is to blend the two together, the alcohol and the glycerol, so that you're getting more of a full spectrum extraction. Yep, that would work. That I think the glycerin and the alcohol method would work for something that is really volatile, right? So the volatile fragrances that come off. The sweetgrass, that's why you never see sweetgrass essential oils, because the essential oil just dissipates. You can't capture it. You can get it, but it's like roses. You're not gonna, you need a truckload to make a little bottle like this. Yeah.
I use a sweetgrass fragrance oil.
Yeah, those. Well, fragrance oils, you guys know the difference between fragrance oils and essential oils?
I did my own sweetgrass essential oil, and you're right, it takes so much sweetgrass to try to do that. Like, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it, 2 or 3 times, and it just, takes so much.
Yeah, it seems like a waste of...
Yeah, almost. So can you use those ones in place of it?
The fragrance oils?
Yeah.
No, fragrance oils are synthetic. They've been synthesized in a laboratory. You should not be ingesting essential oils. If people talk about, I take whatever, I take a drop of this and a drop. You shouldn't be ingesting pure essential oils.
No, I did.
It's dangerous.
With it was we made sweetgrass soap.
Yes.
But then the smell of the sweetgrass won't even stay
Oh,
in
no.
the soap for long.
It can't,
A
yeah.
couple of weeks and then it was gone even.
Yeah.
Like all that work was for nothing.
Yeah.
I have a company with this fragrant sweetgrass
Yeah.
oil. I can give you their,
Yeah.
okay, so you can have that sweetgrass product.
Yeah, because, I mean, it smells so nice, but geez, I felt like I did all of that work and it just dissipated in a couple weeks.
It does, yeah.
It's over cross, but they can ship it.
And then if you
to
use
Canada.
glyceride, would you have more of a chance of getting that fragrance?
You could, yeah, because it would be more full spectrum at that point. I think you just have to try it. Try the glycerin, maybe try,
Would it,
yeah, alcohol mixed with glycerol. What's that?
would it make it last any longer? Though?
Would it make it last any longer? I think it would. Yeah, I think that if it captures it, then it would make it last longer. But in soap, probably not. Because in soap, you've got, you know, even if you're using cold process soap making, it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff will burn your skin off. So it's very hot. I wouldn't think that anything could survive that as far as the volatile, you know, compounds. Sometimes like they're like citrus essential oils even in that hot process of cold process soap making, it doesn't survive. Yeah. You can get a little smell, but
Yeah, you
not
get a
much.
little smell, but not a whole lot.
No.
Like, it sold like hotcakes, and I wish I could do more, but it took so much work to get that sweetgrass for that little bit. And
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't seem worth it.
no.
No. Yeah.
I like to buy the vanilla, not vanilla, but the lemon extract at the store when making soap
Yeah.
because that scent holds better.
Yeah. The flavors? Yeah.
The flavor, yeah,
Yeah.
it holds better in the soap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, there's just keep in mind, I remember somebody called me one day and they wanted to know if they could use that cedar oil, floor oil that they found at Home Hardware to make soap. I know, and they said, but it's cedar, and I'm like, yeah, I know, right? It's like, don't do that. But people don't know.
Yeah.
And it's the same like with fragrance oils. Fragrance oils are chemical compounds. Essential oils come from plants. They are, you know, either distilled or extracted using sometimes CO2, but they'll extract the essential oils out. So it's the essence of the plant. It's an actual from the plant. Fragrance oils, no. People say, "Oh yeah, I've got sweetgrass essential oil." I go, "No, you don't.
No, you don't. No.
No, you might think you have it, but you don't. Yeah, it's hard. You can't get it. You can't extract it from the plant. So be careful, especially with companies that are, I don't know, even Amazon. Be careful. We've ordered things off of Amazon and received it, and it wasn't. That's what you asked for before you buy it. And this made one of the vendors on Amazon. I asked them for a certificate of analysis, and they said, "Well, which one did you buy?" And I said, "Well, this is the one I want to buy." And they said, "This is 100%." It was rose oil. They said it's 100% rose oil. I said, "Okay." I said, "Then I would like your certificate of analysis," because when you talk about chemicals that have been extracted, whether it's an essential oil or a fragrance oil, if it's gone through a laboratory process and it has any validity, it will have a certificate of analysis. If you